MOLY 2003 called. It wants its epic RPGs back. Hello, everybody! Or should I say, hello, time travelers! My name is Hunter Wiggle, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're blasting back to 2003, a banger year for RPGs. We're diving into the top 5 RPGs of 2003. These games shaped a generation of gamers, including me. Let's do this thing. Woo! Alright, kicking things off with an absolute Goliath of a game, a legend whispered in hushed tones across the galaxy. We're talking, of course, about Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. BioWare, you magnificent bastards, what didn't you do right with this game? Seriously, from the moment you wake up on the Endar Spire, confused, probably space-sick, you are hooked. The universe felt so vast, so alive, so incredibly, but in a way we'd never experienced before. Thousands of years before Luke was even a twinkle in the Force's eye. The lore, the depth, it was like diving headfirst into the deepest, richest chocolate cake of Star Wars goodness. And I ate it all up. And the story! Oh my god, the story, people! If you haven't played KOTOR, first of all, what are you doing with your life? Go play it. But secondly, I won't spoil the twist, even after all these years, because it's a sacred moment in gaming history. It's the kind of reveal that makes you audibly gasp. Maybe throw your controller, gently, and then just sit there in stunned silence as your entire understanding of the game, your character, everything, just shatters and reforms into something even more incredible. It was groundbreaking, not just for Star Wars games, but for RPG storytelling as a whole. The choices you made actually felt like they mattered, nudging you towards the light or seducing you with the dark side. So good. Then there were the companions. HK-47, you glorious, murderous, meatbag-hating droid, I salute you. Bastila, Karth, Canderous, Zalbar, Mission, each one with their own complex backstory, their own motivations, their own hilarious or heartbreaking dialogue. Next up, we're setting sail on the Great Sea with a game that, initially, had people scratching their heads, maybe even sharpening their pitchforks a little. But oh, how wrong they were. I'm talking about The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. When Nintendo first showed off that cel-shaded art style, the internet exploded. "This isn't my Zelda," people cried. "Where's the gritty realism we totally expected from a series about an elf boy fighting a giant pig demon?" But Nintendo, bless their innovative hearts, stuck to their guns, and what we got was one of the most visually stunning and timeless games ever made. Seriously, you could boot up Wind Waker today, and it still looks absolutely gorgeous. The vibrant colors, the expressive characters, the way the wind whips through Link's adorable little tunic, it's pure art in motion. It proved that graphics aren't just about polygon counts. They're about style, about creating a cohesive and enchanting world. And what a world it was! The Great Sea, dotted with mysterious islands, hidden treasures, and quirky characters, felt like a true adventure waiting to be discovered. Hopping into the King of Red Lions and just sailing with that incredible music swelling, man, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. The gameplay was classic Zelda, refined and polished to a shine. Chapter 3. Alright, pop fans and sphere hunters, get ready! Our next game is pure, unadulterated fun. We're diving into Final Fantasy X2, a direct sequel to a mainline Final Fantasy. Instead of Tidus, we got the ultimate girl power trio, YUNA, RIKKU, and PAINE. These ladies knew how to bring the party and the pain to their enemies. The biggest part of X2 was the DRESSPHERES system. You could change jobs mid-battle. 1 second Yuna's a songstress, the next she's a gunner, or a warrior, or a dark knight. The variety of jobs and stylish outfits was addictive. It made combat dynamic and strategic. Like magical girl transformations meets tactical RPG combat. Some said the tone was too lighthearted compared to Final Fantasy X. It was more upbeat, more J-pop concert. But that was part of its charm. Spira had just been saved, so it made sense to let loose. The game was full of quirky side quests and mini-games. It felt like a celebration for Spira. It explored themes about moving on, finding your place, and friendship. Chapter 4. Okay, now for a game that took RPG mechanics and said, you know what this needs? More building. We're talking about the wonderfully inventive, the charmingly creative Dark Cloud 2, or Dark Chronicle, for my friends across the pond. This game wasn't just about leveling up your character and smacking monsters, though there was plenty of that. No, this game let you rebuild the freaking world. How cool is that? You'd dive into dungeons not just for loot, but for diorama parts. And then you'd go back to the barren future landscapes and piece it all back together. Placing buildings, arranging scenery, fulfilling the requests of future inhabitants. It was so rewarding. You weren't just progressing a story, you were actively shaping the world. It scratched an itch I didn't even know I had. The satisfaction of perfectly placing a windmill or seeing a bustling town spring up, immense. It was like SimCity had a baby with a dungeon crawler, and that baby was awesome. But it wasn't just about city planning. The combat was solid, with Max and Monica offering two distinct playstyles. Max with his wrenches and guns, Monica with her swords and monster-transforming abilities. And the weapon system. Oh, the weapon synthesizing and building up. You could take a rusty old wrench and turn it into an absolute engine of destruction. It was a tinkerer's dream. And then there was the invention system. Taking photos of random objects and combining those ideas to create new items, new weapons, new gadgets. It encouraged you to look at everything, to experiment, to be creative. Dark Cloud 2 was just brimming with charm and ingenuity. The cel-shaded graphics were beautiful, the characters were endearing. Donnie, you little rascal. And the time-traveling story, while a bit complex, was super engaging. It was one of those games where you could easily lose hundreds of hours. Not just fighting through dungeons, but perfecting your towns, inventing new items, fishing, or even playing Sfida, that weird golf-like mini-game that was surprisingly addictive. It was a unique blend of genres that just worked, creating an experience that was deep, rewarding, and utterly unforgettable. Chapter 5. All right, strategy nerds, assemble. We're diving into the netherworld with Disgaea Hour of Darkness, dude. Ridiculously oversized damage numbers, leveling to 9,999, and explosive penguins await. The strategy is deep. Geopanels, combo attacks, and the infamous item world. The grind is real, but it's a glorious grind. The humor and story are unforgettable, with iconic characters like Laharl, Etna, and Flan. And the Prinnies, dude, exploding penguins that are just iconic. And there we have it, gang! Our whirlwind tour through the top 5 RPGs of 2003. What an incredible year, right? From galaxy-shattering twists in KOTOR, to the timeless charm of Wind Waker, the J-pop fabulousness of Final Fantasy X2, the creative building in Dark Cloud 2, and the strategic insanity of Disgaea. That's it for our top 5 RPGs of 2003. Phew! Did your favorite RPG from 2003 make the cut? Let us know in the comments below. Smash that like button, crush that subscribe button, and ding that notification bell. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!